John Mahoney. I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admission here at Boston College. I've been the Director of Admission for 27 years. I can look you in the face and say, I love what I do. If I can help families, if I can help students and parents make this very important transition from high school to college, as you say, there's a lot of stress and anxiety surrounding it. I'm sure there is in China, there is here in the United States. Families are very worried about this process. How do you begin to make sense of it? How do you understand different colleges and universities? How do you get in? How will you make the right decision? Really, in a highly selective college admission, I would say to you, the single greatest opportunity that students have to separate themselves from so many qualified and deserving students is the essay. And as somebody who has read hundreds of thousands of essays over my 33-year career in admissions, how about if I give you some advice on how to write a great essay? It's three things, okay? Number one, tell us a story. Tell us a story. It sounds simple, but why do we read books? Why do we read books? We read books because we love stories. We want to learn about people. We want to read the plot. We want to figure out how the story is going to end. So, to young people I say, tell us a story. And these stories are right underneath your nose. They're the stories that you've grown up with. They're the stories that you sit around with your family and friends and talk about, you laugh about, you cry about. They're stories of adversity that you've faced or overcome. They're stories of success and triumph. They're stories about your friends. They're stories about you personally. But you've got a rich reservoir of stories. Think back over your young lives of 16, 17 years. Think about a story that can become a very good vehicle for you to tell us something meaningful about yourself. Number two, we read a lot of essays in a very short period of time. We have to. It's a very compressed period of time. You've got to have a great opening sentence. A sentence that is not gimmicky, but is provocative, that invites the reader in. On a day that I'm at home at my desk reading applications in the wintertime, I have to read 35 to 40 applications per day. That's a lot, and it takes me all day long. That opening sentence is going to determine how quickly I read that essay. In 33 years, I've read a lot of essays and I see a lot of the same kinds of things. But if you can really think about an opening sentence that is thoughtful, that is provocative, that invites the reader and slows the reader down to say, where is he going with this? What does this mean? Why did she start with that sentence? What's going to happen? I want to read this more carefully. Then you've succeeded. A good opening sentence is crucial. And then number three, the best essays that I've read over the course of my admissions career are ones that use imagery very, very well. They've relied upon a central image from the story. So you're telling a story, but there's some crucial point in the story where something happens, and it's that moment. And if you can capture that in an image, some kind of imagery, using imagery, whether you use it at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end, as I look back over my file of great essays that I've saved over my career, they leave me with an image, so that as I've moved on to a third or fourth, I'm reading an application, I still can't get that image that a particular student has left in my mind, and that's the image that I'll talk about with my colleagues the next day. Boston College is a wonderful place. That's why I've stayed here this long. It's a school that was founded back in 1863 by an order of religious priests called the Jesuits. The Catholic priests called the Jesuits. It is a Catholic Jesuit university, so, but that doesn't mean that all of our students are Catholic, and you certainly don't have to be Catholic to apply or to enroll at Boston College. Jesuit education really invites everybody to participate in the experience. Real education takes place not when you have everybody thinking in the same way, but you have people coming from all 50 states in the United States, from almost 70 different foreign countries, including China, but also people from different religious backgrounds as well. And we want Protestant students, we want Jewish students, we want Muslim students, we want them all because those religious traditions are also important as we think about the world today. So much of the conflict that exists in the world today is based on religion, unfortunately. So it's important that Catholic students be exposed to other religions, that other religions be exposed to Catholicism. And when you do that, it really breaks down barriers. It helps you to learn why people believe what they believe, how they understand the world. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to change the way that you think, but you learn that there are many different ways of looking at the world, many different ways of thinking about the world based upon how you've been raised, how you think, where you come from, what your religious tradition might be. Our faculty, the faculty that we attract here today, are a research-based and research-oriented faculty. There is some remarkable research going on this campus today. However, at a lot of institutions, faculty who are doing research don't work with undergraduate students. They only work with graduate students. Here, all of our faculty teach undergraduate students. And so the beauty of that is that our undergraduate students who are meeting these people who are doing this important research oftentimes have the opportunity to participate in that research, to work with faculty.